If you've ever used Academic Search Premier, then the main page for CINAHL Plus will look very familiar. That's because they're made by the same company, EBSCO. EBSCO databases all share the same functionality, so if you're familiar with Academic Search Premier, you already know more or less how to use CINAHL. The biggest difference here is that some of the controls are specific to nursing and health science research. Right now, we are looking at the Advanced Search page. We can tell that because of the 3 search windows at the top with drop-down windows next to them. If we scroll down, we can see that we're given more options. Many of these, such as date or peer review status or even patient age, will be present on the next page, but I do want to draw your attention to a few of the other options. The first is the First Author is a Nurse and Any Author is a Nurse checkboxes. These can limit your searches specifically to papers and resources which feature the nurse's perspective. These can be very helpful. The second option is the Geographic Subset menu directly below that. This allows you to select which part of the world a paper comes from. If you are asked to use just papers from the United States, this is an option to consider. One thing to point out is that this option is not perfect. For one thing, it will include any papers published by journals published in the US, regardless of where the research was conducted. Still, it can help narrow down these results. I'm going to select USA in this menu, and then I'm going to go back up to the search window to enter my keywords. I'm going to search for self-care and nursing students. Now I'll click search. In this case, we get back 128 results, which is a good amount, but I feel like we can do better. This is where I remember that we have other databases devoted specifically to psychiatry and mental health. Although I'm looking into the behavior of nursing students, the topic of self-care will definitely be discussed more on the APA PsycInfo database. Therefore, it might be a good idea to look there as well. Remember in the last video when I mentioned that CINAHL and APA PsycInfo were made by the same company? Well, now that's going to come in handy. By clicking on Choose Databases, we're given a large list of additional databases that we can include in our search. All I need to do is click here. And I'm going to select PsycInfo and PsycArticles, both mental health databases. Now I click OK, and we're taken back to that same first page. This also means that I've probably lost my geographic subset, so I'm going to go down and find it. Now I just need to click search again, and we will get back 176 results. So we know we've added 50. Not bad. But let's take a look at the top result. It's a study from Iran. So we know that there are still some international studies within these results. The good thing is that we've already narrowed down our results to US journals, so any studies conducted outside of this country are likely to be mentioned in the title. If we scroll down, we can see that the rest of the results on this page at least appear to be domestic studies. Still, I don't exactly have time to read through 176 articles. So let's take a look at how we can reduce this number. We do that using the limiters to the left of the results. Let's imagine that we are looking for peer-reviewed journal articles. There's a checkbox close to the top of that section on the left. And if we select that, the list automatically updates and shows 143 results. Not a huge difference, but we've managed to omit some things that we know we can't use from these results. Next, we might think about the publication dates of these items. We can see by this date slider on the left that these articles go all the way back to 1986. It's likely that we're looking for more recent literature. So let's say we're looking for articles published in the last 5 years. We can use the date slider on the left to do just that. Once again, the results auto-update, and now we're down to 53. This is good progress. While it might seem like a lot of articles, this is probably a good place to stop and look through these results. We'll do that in the next video, but first I want to draw your attention to the subject limiters below the publication date section. If I still had way too many results and wanted to reduce them further, this would be the next place for me to look. Viewing the subjects can be a huge help if I'm trying to narrow down my results, or if I'm trying to get an idea of which keywords or phrases are best used to describe my topic.